Bring out the fusion composition, then right click and change the clip duration to 10 seconds. Now open it in the fusion page. I will turn off the split screen view because we do not need that for the design part. Now bring out a background node and connect it to the media out. Change the background color to off-white. Take out another background node and merge it. This one we are going to use to create the base UI. Add a rectangle mask on it. Then select the background and change the color type to gradient. You can choose whatever color you like and also change the aspect of the gradient like this, using this green line. Then we will reduce the width and increase the corner radius. Now I'm going to add bevel to this, and for the bevel I'm going to use the Neo bevel from the FX core pack, which you can get from the link in the description with an extra 10% off. So I'll bring out Neo bevel, and you can use these sliders to customize it further. So let's say I want to decrease the intensity, change the direction. Direction is fine, I guess. Increase the spread and increase the blend. So this is our base UI, and next we are going to build the progress bar. First we will create the background of the progress bar. For that, bring out a background node, merge it and add a rectangle mask on it. Reduce the width so that it sits inside of the base UI, and also decrease the size. Then turn the corner radius all the way up. Go to background and change the color type to gradient. Choose the colors that really make this background fit inside of this base UI. Now let's make a few changes to this. Now I'm going to copy the previous bevel and paste it here. And decrease the spread for this one. Also the blend and the intensity. So that is the background of the progress bar, and now let's create the actual progress bar. For that, you can duplicate this entire thing and merge it again. Reconnect this, and this time go to background and choose a fancy gradient. You choose this color. Now we can animate this progress bar using the width slider, but there's a fundamental problem with this. And that is due to the way the width slider works inside of the Fusion page. It increases and decreases the width from the middle, and that also changes the center X and Y of this progress bar, which we do not want. For that, we have to lock the position, or basically attach the center X and Y of this progress bar to its background. For that, right click on the center X and Y and choose expression. Then paste the expression that you can find in the description in this box. And in this expression, wherever you see base rectangle name, you have to replace it with the name of the rectangle that is used to create the background of the progress bar. This one. So let's do that. And now if we select the rectangle of the progress bar and increase or decrease the width, it is animating perfectly from right to left. That is what we want. And now at frame 0, put a keyframe on the width and decrease it. Then go to the frame where you want the animation to end and turn the width slider up. Go to settings and add motion blur. Then open the spline tab and make sure you have this thing selected right here. Show only selected tool, so that will only show whatever you select inside of the spline tab, instead of everything at once, which is really messy. So we'll check these boxes, press this button, Ctrl A and press S. Then additionally you can also press T and further adjust the ease in and ease out values to make the animation smoother. But I don't think we need this for this one. And now I'm going to add the text animations And for all my text animations, I'm going to use the animated text pack by New Edit, which you can again find from the link in the description, with an extra 10% discount.
Stop giving them shock. It's really like that. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just pulling up me and my friends. Big boy spins, just might start up a trend. You don't wanna go up against, no offense.
So first I will bring out the word scale animation and change the text to 65%. Change the font to SF Pro Display. Then I'm also going to change the color from the shadings, turn it to gradient, make the white a bit black. And now again go to text, and from the edge anchor I'm going to left align it. Then let's position it and reduce the size. That gives us this word scale animation, but I don't want it to start from the frame 0. Instead, I want it to start from frame 100. So I will open the spline tab, select the text animation, check these boxes, then Ctrl A and press Shift, and you can take it to frame 100. Just like that. And now it will start from frame 100. And we can also add motion blur to this. Now I'm going to copy this for the next one. The next one is going to be project progress. I'll change the font style to regular and place it on top of this 65% and make it small as well. Then I will go to shadings and I'll make it solid, a solid black color. So that is the upper part of our UI, and now let's create 2 more text animations. So for that I'm going to bring in the letter flicker. And merge it. And let's change it to a date. And you can see how nice these animations are. These are the best ones. Then I'm going to change the font to SF Pro Display. And change the style to regular. And decrease the size. Let's cut out the 2026, we do not need that. And take it to the right side of the progress bar. And now let's copy this and paste it again for the last text animation. This time we'll name this collaborators. Change the color to black. Left align it. And now let's create the final animation. For that, bring out a background node, merge it, add a rectangle mask on it, and then go to background and change the color type to gradient, or let it be solid and turn it to gray. Then you can adjust this rectangle and create a small box. And right now we cannot see that, but we will copy the bevel and paste it here, and now it looks fine. Then go to rectangle and increase the corner radius. Not all the way up, around 0.4, 0.37 is fine. Then you can also decrease the spread, and that looks good. Then we will add the duplicate node and go to copies and change it to 3. That will create 3 copies of this. Go to frame 100 and keyframe the center X and Y. Then go to frame 150 and change the center X like this. That will give you this animation. which you can further enhance using motion blur and smoothing it inside of the spline tab. And that is it for the UI animation. It's time for the 3D part. First, delink this from the media out, and then go to background and change the color to black, then turn the alpha all the way down. And we will create the background separately, so don't worry about that. Now select everything like this and press Ctrl G. That will group everything in one. Take it here and now add a merge 3D, then a renderer 3D. Connect the merge to the renderer and the renderer 3D to the media out. To take this UI animation to the 3D environment, you have to bring in a image plane 3D and connect the group to it. Then connect the image plane 3D to the merge 3D. Now I will turn on the split screen view to see both the 3D environment and the final output. For the background, bring out a background node, change the color from black to off-white, bring another image plane, connect the background to it and connect it to the merge 3D. Now click on this left dot on the merge 3D to see in the 3D environment. Make sure the image plane 3D of the background is selected and go to transform and increase the scale of it entirely so that it fills everything, and use the blue arrow to take it behind the UI animation. Then add a camera 3D and connect it to the merge. Now we have everything in place and you can adjust the camera using its controls, but we are not going to use the camera itself for the movements. Instead, we are going to use separate transform 3D nodes for every new animation or movement. So go to frame 0 and add a transform 3D. Then keyframe the translation group and the rotation group, and also keyframe the scale and adjust it. Then go to frame 250. So I will take the camera closer to the UI animation, change the X and the Y. Then you can also change the order of the rotation and change the X and Y from there as well. So that is the first animation, and we will go to the spline tab. Make sure everything is selected, press this button, Ctrl A and press S, and then you can change the ease in and ease out values as well. So let's check this first movement inside of the edit page. And now let's create the second movement, and for that add another transform node and connect it, and make sure every transform node is after the previous one and just before the camera, like you can see on the screen, to maintain the order of the animations. And then go to frame 180 because we are going to start the next animation just before a few frames the previous animation ends. So do the same thing, keyframe the translation group, then the rotation group, and also keyframe the scale. Then go to frame 300 or 350 and we will change the X. You really have to give time to this to make it look perfect for yourself. Whatever. And now let's open the spline tab and smooth this movement as well. Press S and change the ease in and ease out values. Now this is kind of weird because I rushed it, but that is all you need to create stunning UI animations in the 3D environment. And it comes down to how much time you give to perfect the animations, and that is it. And this was a video after a long break. I was not on a break, I had an exam. I'm an accounting student, but this is the comeback.
You need a little fee in your life. You need a little me in your life. I wanna see the sea in your eyes. You need to be free. Hey.
Move. Body move.